Hi all, my name is Sandeep. I've been working for AlphaVista Services for the past 2 years. Presently, I'm working in a school-based setting as a speech language pathologist. I'm sharing this video especially for those of you who are aspiring to come to US and work as a speech language pathologist and to fulfill your dream and your aspirations in your professional life as well as your personal life. Well, I want to discuss few strategies that the company is really helping in for all of you to come to US and work. So let me first discuss with you a few of the strategies and the thought process that all of you might be going through, especially those who are planning to apply for your visa, planning to come to US and work. So first of all, the few things that the company helps you in achieving your goal is in terms of the prerequisites that you need to complete before you need to come to US. And then eventually the most important part is the visa that you need to get in. The first strategy that you require that is the prerequisites are, first of all, you need to complete things like your IELTS. Then you need to complete an important examination called Praxis. And of course, then you need to do something called as CGFNS visa screening process. Now, the first important things that you need to complete mandatorily are the IELTS and the CGFNS visa screening process, because this would help you to initiate and start your processes for applying in California. So now, to work in California, you need to have something called as a California state license. So obviously, to obtain that, you need to complete these processes that I already mentioned. And then once you're completed with that, that is filed and all your information is sent out to the California State Board, which would eventually help you to obtain the permission to initiate your job in US. So these are the few of the prerequisites. The great thing about AlphaVista is that AlphaVista will guide you in each of these processes. So obviously you need to complete your IELTS, and then eventually you need to complete your Praxis along with your CGFNS visa screening. And once you do that, the company is going to guide you into the next big step. Two processes to obtain the California state licensure, and the great big thing, that is, they file for your H-1B visa. Especially for us to come to work in US, you need to have a visa. The visa that is required is called as the H-1B visa. And AlphaVista guides you in each and every step for achieving all of these processes. So that's a few of the tips with regard to the initiation of the process involved in coming to US. Then once you achieve your goal, the main important goal of obtaining your visa, which is your H-1B visa, you come to US and AlphaVista would guide you in many aspects. Especially the very important thing that you need to understand when you come to US is US school-based systems and also other rehab setting requires you to understand a concept called as Individualized Educational Plan or IEP processes. AlphaVista, when you come directly itself, would help you and train you in these processes. They would also update you on the various test batteries that are required for the assessment tools and guide you with regard to all of these processes, because many things are different from India or many of the other countries too. So they actually give you a lot of idea and guidelines to how to go about before you even initiate your work, so that there is no concept called as tension or worry when you actually are in the school-based system, because now that you're prepared with your processes after the training provided by AlphaVista, it would always be helpful and guide you when you actually be in the school-based system or other rehab setting. The next thing is called as, once you're actually when you're in US and when you start your work, you have to go through a process called as RPE, rather required professional experience. Required professional experience is a mandatory thing that is provided and put forward by the California State Board. It is a process that requires you to have a supervisor, which is provided by the AlphaVista group, and the supervisor would guide you through the RPE, or the required professional experience time. So you would actually be going through a process of supervision during this time. Supervisors are always well trained and they guide you, and they are always very supportive to all of your concerns and all other perspectives that you go through when you are in the school-based or other rehab setting. So they guide you in every aspect, such that they guide you in your IEPs, they guide you in your IEP processes, help you with your goals, help you with your assessments, check your reports, check and see if you are going in a proper order in all of your aspects. So it's a great thing that AlphaVista provides you with the supervisor, and they do that with you all the time. The other thing is, like, obviously California has a different set of rules, but many of us, especially from when you come from a different country, we also aspire to have something called as the American Speech and Hearing license, the ASHA license, which again requires you to have a supervisor. AlphaVista does help you with regard to that too, because they do give you supervisors and help you and guide you to achieve that goal too. But to work in California, what is mostly required is a California state licensure and not the ASHA license. So once you have the California state license, you are regarded as a legally fully fit speech language pathologist in California. So AlphaVista would definitely guide you in all these processes. The next set of thing that comes is, of course, when you are there's a lot of questions that come in your mind. Would AlphaVista be able to place you in a school, or would there be a time where you would be having to sit back and not have a job? Yes, it is a painful thought, but I tell you, with my experience, I've never had that thought processes going into picture, because when I came to US itself, I knew where I was going to be working, and AlphaVista had already initiated the work where you need to go and work and everything. So basically, when you come in itself, once you complete your interview process itself, AlphaVista makes sure that you are well placed. They guide you in all those regards, so there is not a point where you would have to sit behind not having a job. And the great thing about US is, especially with regard to a speech language pathologist perspective, is that it is mandatory that all of the school-based system requires a speech therapist to be there for sure. So definitely jobs are wider and scopes are definitely wider, and it is one of the most highly paid jobs, and also one of the most one of the jobs that is available to a most practical level in the US market. So definitely you wouldn't have a position where you would have to be sitting without a job. So definitely that's a great thing, and AlphaVista makes sure that you are in the right frame and you're placed well. The other thing that I would like to discuss is with regard to your immigration process. So definitely that's another concern that we all have, whether AlphaVista would guide you with your H1B visa, and then eventually would that be converted, or would they guide you to help you in your green card application, and slowly and steadily to the ultimate process of being a citizen in US. Yes, the answer is yes, and AlphaVista definitely guides you in all those processes. So once you are in your H1B visa, they have a specific time frame, and if that time frame has been exceeded before that itself, AlphaVista makes sure that it is not exceeded, and they do apply for a renewal of your visa, your licensure, so that there is not a single time where you would feel that you have lost in. So In all manners, AlphaVista is there for you, guiding you in every step. So, with regard to my perspective, I've been working with this group for the past 2 years, as I already had mentioned, and I've never had any complaints. I'm so happy that I'm so proud that I'm in this company, which has really helped me to aspire my dreams of coming to US and work in this great country. So I think that's about it, folks. I hope this small video gave you some kind of a guideline with regard to this great company, and also with answered some of your basic questions of the processes that are involved in coming to US, and the things that you need to do from your side, and in each step which the company would guide you to achieve your goal to. Thanks a lot, and hope you have a great day today. Thank you.